with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team.
Set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Intended for J.D.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down
Saquon Barkley last year against Washington. He won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the third highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Barkley on the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jones on 3rd and 2. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10.
38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now Heineke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
J.D. McKissick.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's McKissick. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Washington.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll be out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and goal, Washington.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Giants 0.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra men. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Quarterback, his pass complete to number 17.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Curtis Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check. 18, Mike, 44. Check pass. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. And let's get in holes.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with McKissick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's going to go out of the 20. Give him 10 that. You're running with it and picking up a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, this. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Jones on first down. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 13 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Jones now throwing on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and goal, Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 3 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Giants 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Complete.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First down, Washington.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
At the Giants' 48-yard line.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
36-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
The
stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Washington.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again, Jones.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. He's coming, he's coming.
From the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with it.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Read it. 18, 54. Mike 54.
Off play action. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
54. Switch up, switch up. Right there. 54, right there, right there. Rig alert, rig alert. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mustang 19. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Panther Street, Panther Street. Check, check. Hurt. Come, come.
Now Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Jones on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Flush to his right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
For J.D. McKissick.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 3rd down here.
Peppers on the coverage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Jones now throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Jones hit in the ball, and oh, that is gonna be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 18, pioneer. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him know. Track him 60. 54.
Back to throw. Jones being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Check smash.
Jones Throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got room. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
At the 7-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
7-yard line.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At the 15-yard line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Today's final
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. No calls from a telephone, no sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah. The asylum was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like Robin Hood. Do you take from the rich and the poor and us? Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love.
But still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they beat us. She's us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you limits, and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive again before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage, way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Oh. take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out.